My family moved to the US, I believe around 1985 because of civil war. I don't have many memories of Nicaragua because I came here when I was about 6 years old. Funny story, I think I actually instigated one of the reasons why we left, because I was in kindergarten and there started to be political pressure. So they started sending out agents or feelers out asking kids questions about their parents' political affiliations, right? And they came to me in the kindergarten and I said it all. From what my parents tell me, then the knock on the door came the next day, and that's when we started feeling political pressure. I think that I was 5, 6, and I didn't understand the transition. So we went from living very well off in Nicaragua with a lot of resources to my aunt's house basement in Woodside, where she was housing about 15 of my other relatives in a 3-bedroom apartment. Once I realized I couldn't attend Ivy League schools that I qualified for because I couldn't get loans. Once I realized that I couldn't start working in Wall Street in an investment bank, they would throw me out 2 weeks later because I didn't have my paperwork. I started feeling that I was getting left behind, that I had goals, but I couldn't attain them through the regular means. Immigration lawyers were pretty much shysters. So it was very easy for me to walk in and just talk to these people for a few minutes and know, oh, you're just interested in money and you don't even know probably what you're doing. Thankfully, I didn't have to shop around long and I got the referral for JFON and TJ. So it's not an office, it's not a lawyer's number. They're holding clinics in Flushing every 2 weeks. And so on a Saturday morning, I deploy myself to this church in Flushing. I can't even find the entrance. So I'm lurking around this church looking for a door. I finally go in, and it's a very no-frills operation.
When we met you, you were in a situation where not all the family was in legal status at the same time, and so you were all in this process of becoming one.
Although we correctly identified the way to try to change my status,
yep,
and we successfully filed, immigration in general came to a screeching halt after 9/11.
Right.
And that's what threw my case into limbo. And it wasn't up until 8 years later, 2008, that I actually received the green card. I became a specialist in Plan Bs, Plan Cs, and Plan Ds. I had a goal, but since I couldn't go through the original plan, I had to find loopholes in alternate ways.
It was a lot of math in your case.
A lot of math, an Excel sheet, very detailed, the days I came in, the days I left. TJ immediately came across as somebody very knowledgeable, somebody very sincere, not trying to portray themselves as fancy lawyers, not in a fancy office.
I thought John, or any new volunteers that come to us, would be kind of disappointed or just taken aback by the informality of a legal setting taking place in a gymnasium or at a church basement, and the chaos and the noise that goes on in some of these churches.
I run international companies all over the world. I started in China, I've been to Puerto Rico, I've learned Mandarin, I manage hundreds of people.
And thousands of kids today, almost 1 million, entered, at the age you did, and they're still waiting to legalize.
I think what makes JFON special are people like TJ, people who actually want to be here, who are sincere in what they're doing, who are very competent. Now being part of the board member and having an inside look, I know that it's a fantastically well-run organization. Every cent goes to helping people. These are sincere people. They're doing a lot of good and they're punching way above their weight class. Any contribution, I think, would be invaluable for this small but very dedicated, very sincere group of people.